She came to me as if in a dream, though I was blind and could not see. Her form was that of a radiant vision, seraphic, bathed in a light so white I could not see. Her skin of milk, soft and yet smooth, sapphiric, like an idol of the finest ivory, and I was blind. She appeared to me a statue goddess, but even among the hosts of divinity she compares to none. My eyes know only the way things seem, but in my mind I see her awash in gold, bathed in light of sun. Yet I could not see her, could not see her shadow silhouette, my mystery, my misery, my fear. Curse these wretched eyes! I could see her, holding a ripe ruby apple in one hand, and in her other a willow spear. I wanted to take hold her red ruby apple, to taste the sweet nectar of her fruit, but I could not get near. She was so radiant, ablaze in mystic fire, so infernally hot, I could not touch her. My misery, my fear. And the whole sacred world knelt there at her feet, gazing up into her eyes. Like skies, she had the stars in her eyes. I wanted to lose myself in her eyes, perceiving the infinity of space and the eternity of time. But I could not see her. I wanted to grasp her so badly, to take hold of her and make her mine, but I could not hold her. The whole world could not hold her, yet she holds the whole world within her, and contains many more. Upon her crown she wears a gold circlet, bejeweled with onyx gem, a diadem, the crown of heaven. And I, rooted here on the earth, I cannot even imagine the sublime magic of her ever-giving breath. The way it feels, like walking on a cloud, like all life is but a warm, wet dream, as her rain comes pouring down, as the water of life from the font of knowledge, baptizing our world in her radiant spiritual light, supernal light of gnosis, she sighed. I died. I could look, but could not touch her, could behold, but could not be held. When she came on me, I could not see her, curse my wretched eyes. But in my mind's eye, my God, I really saw her. And when I saw her, my goddess, I really saw her. The other, better half, you never truly see. And when I saw her, a song formed on my lips, the sweetest song, the song of songs, the song of hollow stone. Sing I of she, the divine, eternal hierogamy? Sing I of she, the inspiration of all, and of me? Sing I of three, muse of arts, and of poetry? She appeared to me, there at the junction, the cosmic union, where heaven meets earth, there at the center of all. That is my tilth, the peak of a great mountain, where Thoth has built his fountain, there at the center of all. Where I till the soil, there I build my temple, following black Osiris, the apple of his eye. Was Isis tied up, light up on her back? Solomon too knew my art, carried her in his heart. She filled his books of pages, they sing her legends still through all the ages. He knew my lady well, the secret of her spell, and has even seen her face in old Hiram's place, but for me she is ever veiled. Still, I followed their designs, and laid her down, brick by brick, stone by stone, built her up until we reached the sky. I was so high, but at the same time quite deep, there at the joining of our worlds, hip to hip, toe to toe and cheek to cheek. It is true love of which I speak, the highest blessing of we royal meek. Through our love came order, where chaos once did reign, and so I set my hands to task, to plow and seek and turn and churn, to fulfill her inmost yearn, and bid her come like rain. From the heights of my mountain's temple I sang her a song. To her it belongs, this heavenly song I sang. I called her down from the great mountain unto the mass of men, for all our salvation upon her does depend. And she came when I called, as I did intend, heavenly blessings for which exist no name. I made her come, she truly came. By force of my will I moved her mound, as it was sung in forlorn days of yore, the song of hidden love. She, my dove, a holy spirit, appearing in a blaze, but I could not see her. Curse my wretched eyes, I could not see my hidden love. She who held the sun and moon and all the stars within her eyes, she, my Lady Sophia, te amo, whom Dame Folly does despise. She, the Queen of Heaven, whom ye had all forgot, she came upon me here, in my lonely temple plot. And thus our bond created, mythic cosmogenesis. This poem, my twofold letter, I've signed it, stamped and dated, and sealed it with a kiss. Manly P. Hall says, the apple of his eye, Aishun, was then something of great value, something very precious. Therefore, we read in the wisdom literature that the punishment of the man who curses his father and mother is that his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness. That is, he shall thus extinguish the lamp of his intelligence, or perhaps spiritual nature. In the apple of his eye there will be darkness. And this connects with a passage in the Psalms which shows traces of the same wisdom teaching. In the hidden part of man thou shalt make me to know wisdom. But the most striking passages are to be found in that preeminently wisdom chapter in the Proverbs collection, where the true Israelite is warned to remain faithful to the law and to have no commerce with the strange woman, the harlot, that is, the false doctrines of the Gentiles. Keep my law as the apple of thine eye, says the writer, speaking in the name of Yahweh, for he has seen the young and foolish being led astray by the strange woman. He went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. That is to say, his lamp was put out. There was dark night in his eye, in that little man of his, which should be his true light spark, understanding the wisdom of Yahweh. Here, I think we have additional evidence that the idea that the pupil of the eye was the seat of spiritual intelligence in man was widespread in Hellenistic circles. But even so, can we translate korikosmo as the apple of the world eye? It is true that Isis is the instrument or organ of conveying the hidden wisdom to Horus, and that it is eventually Hermes or the Logos who is the true light itself, which shines through her, the pupil of Egypt's eye, out of that mysterious darkness in which she found herself when she received illumination at the hands of Chimephis. But is this sufficient justification for rejecting the traditional translation of the title and adopting a new version? We don't know.